So having selected your university, having selected your course of study, it's time to make sure your application is going to look absolutely brilliant. Now, you'll be writing your application in September, October of the year that you apply, but you'll be getting ready for it all the way through that first year of A-levels, that first year of year 12, that first year of sixth form study, or if you're in the States, that's your junior high year. So that penultimate year of school, before the sort of pressure of the exams and the application process, that penultimate year is the time to really say, okay, I want to go to an elite university. I want to go to any good university. I've got to do some stuff this year that's going to make me stand out in my application. So let's find out what Zac did to stand out in his application. Zac, would you agree with me that it's important to do some activities that are going to make you stand out? I hope you agree with me, because you certainly did some activities. Yeah.
I did a few at my school, and also, I mean, obviously Harvard was a big activity I embarked on over the summer.
It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful that you did the Harvard Summer School. I'm sure that looked great on your application, even though you hadn't quite decided at that point. But that kind of helped you to decide to apply to an elite university. But the fact that you did it, a wonderful experience. So what else, Zac?
Yeah, and back at my school, I did several clubs. I did a drama, there was a reading group as well, a book club, debate, and yeah, the student council, which you led. And yeah, I was the secretary there. And yeah, these were kind of the things that I did in year 12, and they all ended up on my application to really show that I am, not just someone who's academic, who reads books, but someone who's also very active in the social life. And I remember you said that that's very important to show as well.
So I mean, you joined a book group, so that is about reading, but you did drama, so that's a more sociable experience. You did debating, a more sociable experience, and you did the student council, which is a very community-minded thing to do. So what would you recommend to students that they select for their extracurricular stuff that they're doing in that junior high year?
Well, I would say still select the things that you really want to do. Don't force yourself to do something just so it can appear as like a few words, like the penultimate paragraph of your application. I mean, I think you recommended me to do like the kind of excursion thing, like going out camping that the school was organizing.
Oh yeah, Duke of Edinburgh. Yeah,
Yeah, and I didn't even go to one meeting. I just learned about it, and I was like, this was not a fit for me. I don't think I could survive there.
Fearing for your life, you stayed away.
Yeah, and it turned out to be well. Like, I'm alive to go to Oxford.
You're still alive. You might have died on the Duke of Edinburgh. But lots of students who are really into sports would, continue to do sports. They would do a more active sort of Duke of Edinburgh kind of thing, wouldn't they? There's not a kind of one size fits all approach to the extracurricular activities you do.
But I will say, like, I think leadership is always quite impressive when it's shown. So, like, the kind of student council thing, I think everyone can kind of participate in it. And it's good to participate in your school's kind of social life regardless.
Yeah, so if you're a sports person, you could carry on with your sports, but maybe also do some kind of community volunteering as well to show that you're a rounded individual who cares about the community. Because, of course, a university is a community, and they want to see that you're going to turn up and contribute to their community in different ways. And that's one of the things, I'm sure you'll find this at Oxford, Zac. One of the things I found at Oxford is I turned up. I did some jazz clarinet because I was into the clarinet. I joined the water, but I got onto the water polo team. But I also did KEEN, KEEN, which is an acronym for Kids Enjoy Exercise Now, which is a university society where students from Oxford get together with students with learning differences and go on excursions with them and do work often with children with quite severe autism and things like that. And you meet them once a week and build relationships with them. I did that, and I found that there were huge numbers of students who were getting involved in all kinds of different things like me. I did music, I did sport, I did something in the community. And many students, not all students, but many students were doing that kind of thing. And I was really amazed to find that, you know, an elite university is the kind of place where it's not just academically enriching, but there's people out there grabbing all kinds of opportunities and expanding their horizons in many different ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge part of, being at those elite institutions, or the societies. I mean,
or at
yeah,
any university, to be honest, any university, you will have those opportunities. But students who really grab those opportunities with both hands can get so much out of it.
yeah, exactly.
This conversation, Zac, going back to earlier parts of the conversation, the way we're talking now, it does sound, again, like we're thinking, you were thinking at this stage, you were being more strategic. It wasn't like back in the middle school years, the Key Stage 3 years, or the Key Stage 4 years, the kind of the lower part of the high school, where you were just enjoying your learning. Now, with this idea of going to an elite university, you're kind of looking around thinking, okay, what's going to make me look good? Is it fair to say that it was a bit more strategic? Your selections, some of your selections for extracurriculars were a bit more strategic at this stage?
Yeah, I would say absolutely. I mean, the student council thing, I don't think I would have been that enthusiastic to participate if it wasn't for the kind of like leadership that will demonstrate in my personal statement. I mean, it wasn't the most kind of exciting job in the world, being the secretary, just kind of writing down the kind of minutes of the day. But, it ended up being a great learning experience for kind of writing and recording, and I would say even a bit of journalism, really, which is something I've been looking forward to getting to in university as well, with uni publications.
I absolutely agree with you. In some ways, it's really the right thing to seek the opportunities that are going to look good on your application. Okay, stick with us. Subscribe to the channel. You will find out when we post the next segment of this fascinating conversation with Zac Yang, and follow the link to my website where you can access the entire conversation and some AI tutor activities to go along with it.